wanted to make this a video, so why not just do it here? Because I have it off the top of my head. Are you guys ready for this? How about we pull up the actual Superman trailer and just walk with me here? I'm not saying this is what's gonna happen, but what I am saying is that if James Gunn did this, instant $2 billion at the box office. This is the only way Superman's gonna hit $2 billion. $2 billion! You guys ready? Let me cook. I gotta show you guys the actual Superman trailer though in order for this to make sense. Y'all about to be like, oh, what is this man's problem? So, Superman just got the snot beat out of him. We see Superman just laying in the snow, right? Those boots still look very goofy to me. Leaking blood. Who's strong enough to do something like that? Now, in that behind the scenes, what we saw looks like LexCorp soldiers. Let's take this back a little bit. Those seem to be LexCorp soldiers. So here goes Lex Luthor, and I promise I'm just setting the stage here so that, you know, you guys could actually fully follow me here. These guys work with Lex. How do I know? I don't even need to see the logo. Upon first viewing, what is Lex's colors? Green and purple. Look at their chest, LC. So these are LexCorp agents. There's a U on this man's chest. We've been here before. We spoke about this on the channel before. Who cares, right? And then this is supposedly the engineer. I don't know enough about the engineer. Never read about her in the comics or anything like that. I'll be 100% transparent and blunt. But you know who I am familiar with? This man right here, Ultraman. Now let me pose a question to y'all today. Maybe some of y'all kind of already know where I'm going with this. Let's go back to the trailer. Follow me down this theory rabbit hole. Superman is getting the absolute dog piss beaten out him. He's struggling to fight this masked man. Are you guys ready for what I'm about to say next? What if I told you I know why Ultraman is masked? Would y'all believe me? What if I told y'all I know exactly why Ultraman is masked? In a movie, why would you mask one of your main characters? Now we need to figure out who is Ultraman. Does anybody want to know how James Gunn could bring in $2 billion for this upcoming Superman movie just by revealing who's underneath this mask? Does anybody want to raise their hand and let us know? I got it. The answer is the man who's under the Ultraman mask is Henry effing Cavill. Yes, it's a failed Superman clone, but watch this. If James Gunn gets Henry Cavill, I'm not saying this is what's gonna happen. I'm telling you how this movie gets $2 billion. And if this does get to $2 billion, I know who's underneath that mask. If Jason Momoa go ahead and play Lobo, and I got even further evidence for you, then we could get Henry Cavill as Ultraman. Now, let me really cook. We got that out the way. I gotta explain how we get there. I'm cooking something, right? I gotta explain how we get there. All right, let me tell you exactly how we get there. I'm getting too excited. I should have jotted this down. I didn't realize I was gonna be doing this live on stream. Let me calm down, because this gets me excited. Think about how secretive James Gunn has been around Ultraman. This is someone that's as powerful as Superman. Now, my introduction to Ultraman was through the crime syndicate in Crisis on Two Earths. You guys remember that film? And in this movie, we meet the crime syndicate with Superwoman as the Wonder Woman alternative, Ultraman as the Superman alternative. One of the things I think would be so hard if we use the old Justice League, Zack Snyder Justice League, as the crime syndicate. And maybe low-key we can't do that anymore because James Gunn is Lobo, but we're gonna continue walking down this path. Let's focus on Ultraman. Sure, Ultraman could be a failed Kryptonian experiment, or Ultraman is Zack Snyder's Kal-El, but for this universe. And here's how. I'm gonna show you how right now. He was in Smallville too. Henry Cavill was in Smallville? Ooh, Tom Welling would be a cool one too, but I don't think he would do all that. I grew up on Smallville. Y'all know I love Smallville. I love my CW TV shows. Those always went hard to me. Let me show y'all why I know it's going to be Henry Cavill. This right here. Do you guys remember that we literally got an adaptation to the Flashpoint paradox? Damn, this movie was so close to being good. This movie was this close to being good. Listen, I say all that because at the end of The Flash, who do we see pop up as the alternative Batman? George Clooney. All of the universes are out of sync, all of it. Everything's messed up. And when The Flash happened, James Gunn emphasized that this was going to impact this new universe. In fact, this universe is a soft reboot. We're still getting an Amanda Waller TV show. And we'll watch Peacemaker right after this. We're still getting a Peacemaker TV show. Who's to say that Henry Cavill Superman, I'm not saying he's gonna share the same name, but he will definitely share the likeness. Even if his face is a little bit mangled up, Henry Cavill will be under that mask when it comes to Ultraman. Why else would they cover up his face? If DC does this, I think they could genuinely, and I mean genuinely, hit $2 billion easy. Because remember, the only reason, I could say for myself, and I actually ended up liking Black Adam, but honestly, if it wasn't for Black Adam, Quan and I probably wouldn't even have this channel. Quan, what you think? Remember how excited we all got when we heard Henry Cavill was going to be in Black Adam? You guys remember who else was in Black Adam? James Gunn's wife. James Gunn's wife. You guys know who might pop up in Superman? Because Amanda Waller might be popping up? Finish the sentence for me. James Gunn's wife. She's a thread. She's what keeps the universe together. James Gunn's wife is going to be the reason Henry Cavill is Ultra. I'm done with my rant. I hope I was clear. I hope that made sense. X said, man, you have to watch the Peacemaker trailer now. Don't worry, we're gonna get into it. So you telling me the Peacemaker trailer has something to do with the Superman stuff?
Who the fuck are you?
Yo, I really wish I dropped that video on the, we have interdimensional portals, bro. Y'all, please tell me my theory is not spot on right now. Y'all, please tell me that was an interdimensional portal? What is this, Monsters, Inc.?
Keep on keeping on.
This is Monsters, Inc. There's nothing on the other side. This is Monsters, Inc. Mike Wazowski, this is Monsters, Inc. He just met another Peacemaker, which means Henry Cavill is Ultraman, because the Flash only soft reboots the universe. It's not a hard reboot. And that's the reason why we're able to get Jason Momoa's Lobo for Supergirl. But at the same time, when you finish the Flash, who was the Batman by the end? George Clooney. And it was the same Flash. So that's a long story short, TLDR version of the theory. But this kind of, you feel me, supports that claim. The Monsters Inc. theory. That's what I'm gonna call it. Monsters Inc. theory.
This is not power of your creation.